about it. My name is Loyd Emond. I am a veterinarian. I graduated from Colorado State University in 1973. So as you can tell by the color of my hair, I've been around a little bit. But hopefully I got a little education and a little experience behind me. The problem with veterinary medicine in the past has been that our patients don't talk to us. So we can't really tell, okay, where's the lameness or where's the soreness, and then maybe even how much pain the patient might be experiencing. So the only thing that we really got to go on is clinical appearance of what your animal might be showing us, some intuition, maybe some past experience, and finally trial and error. 10, 15 years ago, I was introduced to a technology called Radionics. And it just kind of really opened the field of veterinary medicine up to me. Basically, it's a device where we can put the sample, such as a hair sample or something like that, into the machine, and it will record the energy of that animal. Now, all cells talk to each other, whether it's your toe talking to your head or whatever it might be. But that's the way that we can ascertain, what's going on with our animal. So I can use a hair sample, which is basically easy to use, but I could use blood, I could use saliva. It doesn't really make any difference what it is from the animal, as long as I got some cells. And then the machine will allow me to ascertain what's happening in that animal. Now, everything in nature is basically energy, and everything vibrates or has a different frequency. So we're able to actually tell what's happening in the animal just by going through this simple procedure. Let's talk about, instead of radionics, let's just talk about hair analysis to make it real simple. And we're going to talk about the good guys and the bad guys. Now, the good guys are like the major organs in your body, whether it'll be your spleen or your kidney, your heart or your lungs or whatever. And they all have a different frequency or energy. So when we analyze it and we come across an organ that's low in energy, then we know that there's some kind of disharmony in the body, which might lead to some kind of a disease in the future. So it's a signal to us anyway that that might be what's going on. And on the other side, we can call what we call the bad guys. And these are things like viruses and bacteria. So every virus has a different frequency, so we can isolate that. Every bacteria is different, has a different frequency. Parasite has a different frequency. Fungi has a different frequency. Cancers or abnormal cells have a different frequency, and different toxins have different frequencies. So this really just helps us really to narrow down or get in there, and we can kind of figure out, okay, this is probably what's going on. This animal is affected with maybe this particular virus, and it's affecting this particular liver, as an example. So we can kind of put the two together and come up with a treatment plan. Now we can actually take this a little bit further, and we can actually tell, okay, what's going to be the best treatment plan for this particular patient? Is it going to be, some kind of a supplementation? Or is it going to be some kind of medication that we need to give? And then we can also tell, okay, what is going to be the best dosage to give, how often to give it, so we can really narrow in and really fine tune that. We've had tremendous results with this using our hair sample, and also using a new technology too that I've been introduced to several years ago called ozone therapy or oxygen therapy. And basically what it is a gas that we can give to the animal, and it does a lot of different things. So one of the great advantages of ozone therapy or oxygen therapy is it's this all-natural treatment. There's no basically any side effects or anything from drugs or anything that might be used like in the conventional world. So it's really safe. It's antibacterial. It's antiviral. It's antifungal. It actually increases the oxygen utilization of your cells. So it helps your body respond to healing a whole lot faster. It helps the body to detoxify. It stimulates stem cells and actually takes care of what they call the free radicals, which you've probably heard about, kind of some bad guys that get in there. So it does amazing things. And I couldn't be more happier with what I've seen in the past. and from what it does. Ozone therapy or oxygen therapy, there are different ways that you can use that. All depends on what the problem might be. If it's a soft tissue injury, we can actually inject the gas basically right into that area. If it's an arthritic joint, we can inject the ozone right around that, and it really takes care of a lot of the pain and the inflammation. And then if it's a systemic disease, we can actually just go ahead and treat the blood, where we put it right into the bloodstream. It's called the intravenous administration. So different ways that we can do it. Like I say, we've just had some tremendous results. Some of the things that I've seen in the last couple of years is we've treated a lot of basically horses, because I'm a veterinarian, so I do more on the animal side. Viral diseases, we've had quite a few horses that respond really well on viral diseases. Resistant staph infections, ozone is great on taking care of that. Takes care of a lot of toxicity, or it really helps cut the treatment time down if we can go in there with ozone and treat any kind of a toxicity, whether it's a heavy metals or a chemical or whatever it might be. Cancers really works out well too. And EPM, I don't know if you know anything about that in the horse world. I think it's called equine protozoan myeloencephalitis. We've really cured a lot of horses with that. So I couldn't be happier, I guess, with what I've seen, either injecting, into joints or soft tissue, or giving systemic treatment to horses. It's been really good.